Hey guys, I've now completed all 8 weeks of Vert Shock and I thought I'd give it an honest review. First off, we'll go over my personal stats and my Vert Shock results. So I'm 5'9.5", 152 pounds. I can squat around twice my body weight. Nearly all the exercise I do get is from lifting weights, though I do play a bit of rugby. My reach is 7'5", which is 89 inches, meaning I'd need 31 inches just to touch the rim of a basketball hoop, and I'm around 40 inches to dunk. Over the 8 weeks of Vert Shock, my standing vertical went from 21.6 inches up to 24.8 inches, which is a gain of 3.2 inches. If we take that as a percentage, it's 14.5%. And I think that's a better measure because if I was taller, I started with like a 28-inch vert, then I think I'd see 4 or 5 inches gained. The claims of this program are a guaranteed 9 to 15 inches on your vertical, which I'll tell you right now is unrealistic for most people. Anyone who could achieve those results could probably also get them from a number of other programs, or maybe even just from the free information available online and on YouTube. I followed the exercises almost exactly. I was on top of my diet and my recovery measures, and I definitely can't dunk now. I can't even touch the rim. On the subject of my running jump, which after all is what the program says it's going to improve, that went up from 22.5 to 26 inches, so around 3.5 inches, meaning I'm about 5 inches away from touching the rim. I measured my standing vertical every week because that's something that I could measure more accurately. Vert Shock is nearly all plyometrics, which are jumping exercises. One of the main selling points of this program is that there's no need for equipment. Since he also recommends a slightly softer surface to jump on, then you could do most of the exercises on a patch of grass. You could benefit from having a box to jump on, but it's not essential. One thing you do need though is a slope to do 20-meter sprints up once or twice a week. Now, I found a suitable slope a few streets over from me, but I could definitely see people having a problem tracking that down in their local area, and they definitely won't have one in their home, which is where he claims the whole sessions can be done from. The program itself is really simple, which I have no problem with, except for the fact that he's trying to sell it as having special, unique and strategic exercises. The whole thing is just one big marketing template. It's got like a discount price with the higher initial price to kind of anchor you to think you're getting a saving. There's loads of real person reviews, 60-day money back promise. It's even got a countdown clock with a sense of urgency for you for this limited time offer, which has lasted the whole time I've been looking it up. And then words like proven and guarantee, which are trigger words to get you to buy things that are taught by online sales gurus. Quite funny that the last time he uses the word guarantee on the landing page is actually in the disclaimer at the bottom, preceded by the word no. He states that results are not typical, and despite his guarantee that you'll be dunking in 8 weeks, he's basically reneging on it in the fine print. The exercises are not unique, secret, or special. Here's a plyometrics book I have from 1999. All the exercises he uses, or ones with some minor variation, are in this book. There is no original content in Vert Shock. It is just 3% programming, 97% marketing. To show an example, here's his 4 pro hacks for jumping higher PDF, which I actually praised in my last video for being in line with the research. He talks about stretching your hip flexors, wearing stiff shoes, descending quickly into the jump, and psyching yourself up. There's an article from 2004 by Joe DeFranco with 5 dirty tricks for improving your vert. It includes stretching your hip flexors, wearing appropriate footwear, and descending quickly into the jump. Now, I'm not saying he copied this, I'm just saying that the information available could be found elsewhere on the internet with a very short search. In terms of the program itself, week 1 is called the pre-shock phase, and that consists of exercises on days 1, 2, and 3, repeated identically on days 5, 6, and 7. If you've seen days 1, 2, and 3 on Google Images, you've seen most of Vert Shock. For the 6-week shock phase, he goes on to add 1 exercise to one of the 3 workouts, and then he makes minor alterations. So 10 tuck jumps becomes 10 to 12 tuck jumps, and 90 seconds rest might become 90 to 120 seconds rest. It's very advanced. From there, he just mixes up the order of the workouts. He also throws in workout number 4, which is basic run-of-the-mill ab exercises like planks and crunches. Overall, the whole program contains 10 jumping exercises, 6 ab exercises, and the only thing for your upper body is clap push-ups. As I said before, I've no problem with the simple approach. If these are the best 10 exercises for jumping, then why waste my time with any of the other exercises just to kind of make the program look more advanced. However, during the shock phase, he doesn't change any of the sets, reps, or rest periods for any of the main workouts. As I showed you in my earlier videos, after week 1, he just mixes it up. He throws in workout 4, which is the ab exercises, and then he just changes the order of 1, 2, and 3. You can see that weeks 2, 4, and 7 are completely identical, as are weeks 5 and 6. So I think a qualified strength coach could write this kind of program in 20 to 25 minutes. One thing I did enjoy was the short duration of every workout. So although I made sure to have an extensive warm-up and cool-down, the main part of the workout was at most 45 minutes. It was good of him to stress the importance of proper warm-up and cool-down so that you do get the most out of the workouts. In an average week, you're going to be doing 4 to 6 sessions, which is why I decided to stop all my weightlifting in order to focus on those sessions. So if you are planning to do basketball training or volleyball training as well as Vert Shock, you're probably not going to get the most out of the program, or worse still, you're going to injure yourself. There's quite a high rate of injuries from people doing this program, and I can see why. A lot of strength coaches recommend you get your back squat up to around 1.5 to twice your body weight before undergoing any high-level plyometrics, and that's so your body can handle the forces involved. As an example, a depth jump from 30 centimeters would create around 3 times your body weight in ground reaction force. So I'm 70 kilos, that means I'm going to have 210 kilos of force when I hit the ground on that depth jump. If I'm landing at an imperfect joint angle, then all that force is going through it, and through repetition, I'm likely to cause injury. Despite being able to squat around 140 kilos, I still had problems with my right knee in the final few weeks, though it wasn't severe enough that it compromised my jumping ability. You might be wondering why I've just had a bit of a rant, yet most of the other reviews of this program have been quite positive. One of the reasons could be his Vert Shock of the Month award, where he's asked people to create a video and potentially win a $100 gift card if selected. He's judging it based on success and improvement, and he said that the best videos are the ones that show progress. As he said in his disclaimer, the results he's showing you are not typical of the program, and that probably extends to the online reviews that he's sharing as well. Even if I took one of my weaker jumps in week 1, I could have boosted my overall results by 1.5 inches, which would have made my video more likely to be selected for the prize. So whether he means to or not, he's encouraging a bit of exaggeration in the results. The Vert Shock articles also have affiliate links on the page, meaning if you read through them and buy Vert Shock having read their article, then the person who wrote the article will get a bit of money. I'll finish on a positive, and that is to say I did feel very reactive off the ground after just a few weeks. Despite not improving beyond that, it was very exciting to feel more explosive off the ground. I will admit that after gaining 2.5 inches on my vert in the first 3 weeks, I was starting to believe the hype. From the research and my personal experience, I would say that tuck jumps, lateral high jumps, and depth jumps felt like the most effective exercises for me. The first half of the pre-shock phase is widely available online. If you repeat days 1 to 3 on days 5 to 7, then you've got the first week of Vert Shock for free. And I recommend if you do want to do something, you could do that for a week and then see how you get on. Thanks for watching, guys. If you are looking to improve your vert, then so am I. I've just moved on to another program which is weights based with some plyometrics as well. So hit that subscribe button and follow along with my progress. Cheers.